Hey, everybody here at SoTellUs Time family. We're so excited to be with you guys today. It's going to be a beautiful Tuesday morning. You guys are up early, kicking butt. That's why we launch our podcast early, 4:30 our time here in Arizona. We don't ever change time because the rest of the country is a bunch of weirdos. They all change time. I guess we're the weirdos. Just kidding. Everyone from around the country goes, you guys are the weirdos in Arizona. You guys never change time. But we launch it nice and early for you guys so that as you're driving to work or as you're out there in your trucks, your vans, you can be, or sitting at your desks, you can be listening and getting that motivation, that mind rolling, the wheels spinning so that today can be an awesome day for you. And we're going to be talking about something really, really good today. Today, we're talking about don't delay. You can't delay in your business. Delaying in your business is going to, make everything just take longer. And it's sad because a lot of times people in their businesses, they wait and they delay because they think, well, I don't have time for that right now. Or, well, I'll get to that. We'll do that next month. Or, oh, I don't really have anybody to put in place to implement that right now. So I just don't know. I'm going to delay that for right now. And it's like, wait. There's so many things like we could talk about with delaying your business. Would you delay this? Would you delay that? Well, you're not going to delay growth in your business. That's just silly. You should never do that. One time, Troy, I remember we had somebody that was utilizing SoTellUs and they were utilizing the special offers and lead gen portion of it. They were getting tons of leads in and tons of business. And they called us up and they're like, hey, I need to shut this off for a little while. And we're like, why? Why would you shut it off? It's not working for you? Oh no, quite the opposite. It's working too well. I have too many leads coming in, too much business. I can't handle it all. So I need to pause it. And we were like, why in the world would you pause it? Well, what am I going to do with all these leads? Well, don't you want to grow your business? Yeah, I do. So why don't you hire somebody? Why don't you just hire somebody to handle all the new leads that's going to generate all the new business? You want to grow anyways. And they were like, oh yeah, why don't I just hire somebody? That's true. It's funny how people think, right? And that's why we do the podcast, because sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes you just get so caught up in what you're doing and what you can see, right? Your little world, that you don't think through some of these other things. And that's what SoTellUs Time helps you do. So we're going to jump into this. But before we do, today's episode is sponsored and brought to you by On Top Local. They are the one-stop shop for websites and marketing needs. You guys need to get with On Top Local. If you have any website and marketing needs, they are awesome. They will help you get on top locally and crush your competition. All right, Troy, let's jump into Don't Delay.
Yeah, like you said, one of the worst things you can do is delay taking action on the things that are going to make your business grow. So let's just talk about a couple of things. There's lots of things that you shouldn't delay in your business. We're going to talk about just a few things today that you should not delay that we see people doing all the time. And so one of the first things is testing new marketing. I can't tell you how many times we meet with a business. They're like, yeah, I really want to do this marketing over here, or I want to do Google ads or PPC or Facebook or whatever it is, right? I'm going to do mailers and send it out, whatever it is. And like, but I'm too busy right now. I don't have time to get that done. And it always blows our mind when they do that, because you need to think about it this way. The longer you wait, the more leads you're going to miss out on.
Right.
So, if you're not marketing in that form, then your competitors are getting those clients. And I'm just going to give you an idea of what effect that can have. So like for SoTellUs, Trevor said it multiple times on our podcast. We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars marketing SoTellUs on Google Ads, right? So what would happen if we weren't marketing on Google Ads? Well, I want you to think, you might say, well, you're not going to get sales that month. Well, again, our customers, we have a recurring based, customer base with recurring revenue. So what does that mean? Well, our average customer is with us for 2 to 3 years, right? So every single month that we don't market and capture those clients, that's not just 1 month's worth of revenue that we lost to our competitor. That's 24 to 36 months worth of revenue. That's thousands and thousands of dollars that we're giving up.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to think about. When you think about like, oh man, should I launch this marketing now or should I wait till next month when I'm not as busy? Well, do you want to lose out on thousands and thousands of dollars of revenue this month? Do you
Well, and
want
I
to lose
love
out
that
on the
mentality, Troy. I love that mentality. It's like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm too busy. Well, guess what? Next month, when you're not busy, and it's funny, we get calls all the time. Oh, I was so busy. And actually, we'll talk to people and they're like, oh, my business is booming. I'm a referral based business, or I've got this avenue of revenue. I've got Google PPC set up, so I don't need SEO, right? Or whatever it is. And they think, I don't need that because everything's good and I'm just booming. And then we get the call from them later. And it's like, oh, I don't know. I mean, the referral stopped coming in, or PPC stopped working, or it got too expensive because I got 15 new competitors. That happens all the time. New competitors popping up all the time that are raising the prices of PPC like crazy. And my business is slow, and I mean, I don't even know how I'm going to pay the bills this month. I need your help right now. You're calling me when it's almost like it's too late. Why would you wait? Do not wait. We talk about all the time. Avenues of revenue, not avenue of revenue, avenues of revenue, right? Multiple avenues that if something goes down, other things are still producing for you. It's insane. If you guys are super busy, hire more people, grow your company.
Yep, exactly. All right. So another thing is implementing new software that will generate leads. So it can be a type of marketing like PPC, SEO, things like that. It might be software that's generating new leads for you. I'll tell you a story. I was just at an event in Las Vegas, and it was childcare centers. And we were there at this event, and I had this couple come up, and they wanted to learn a little bit more about SoTellUs, and they got super excited, and they're like, oh my gosh, we've got 5 centers, in our state, and this would be perfect for us. And I said, all right, well, let's get you going. And they're like, oh, well, you know what? We're really busy right now, and we're going to be gone for a couple of weeks. So maybe we should start this in November. And it was like, husband and wife. And then the husband's like, well, yeah, but November, we've got this going on and this going on. So maybe we should really start it in like December. And then the wife's like, well, December is always really slow because of the holidays. So maybe December is not the right time to do this. Maybe we should start it in January. And they're like, but then we got all these kids, starting back up. And so that's going to be really busy. So maybe we should start it in February. And I literally just said to them, I said, okay, so do you want new clients for the next 4 months? Or do you want no new clients for the next 4 months? Like, what do you want to do with your business? And they're like, yeah, you're right. Like, we need to get this going right now. And we need to have it generate business for us now so that next year is awesome. Right? Yep. But you could see that in their mind, it was just delay. And to the point where they weren't going to take any action for like 4 months down the road, which was just going to hurt their business, Yep. So that's what you got to do. When you've got something that's going to work, you've got to take action now and get it implemented so that you can pull in as many clients and revenue as possible now before it slows down. And then have everything in place when it picks back up. Because the worst thing to do is be like, oh, I'm super busy now. Now let's try to implement the software. Well, no, now you're super busy, right? You don't have the time. So get it done now. Make time to get it done, and you'll be successful.
Yeah. Well, and let me just add to that. I mean, as entrepreneurs, and I think this will resonate with all of you. We're all entrepreneurs, right? Business owners looking to grow our business, wanting to get bigger and better. As business owners, I always say this, right? Entrepreneurs, we're complaining when it's slow, and we're complaining when it's busy. We're never happy. But you know what? I would rather be complaining that it's too busy than complaining that it's too slow.
Absolutely. All right. Another place you want to look at is, learning and implementing any new features that's in software that you're currently using. So maybe it's not adding a new software system into your company, but maybe there are additional features out there or better ways that you can implement the software that you're currently using, right? And we had this situation at this event as well. We'd have these people come up at the booth and they'd be like, oh my gosh, I use SoTellUs and I absolutely love it. And we're like, oh, that's great. Have you checked out all of the new features that we rolled out, all the lead gen features that we've launched in the last 12 months or so? And they're like, no, I mean, like, I saw your emails and your posts and I saved the emails, but I haven't really had a chance to look at them yet. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, again, so you have all this additional stuff that's going to grow your business, but you're just putting that email aside and not learning how to implement it in your business so that you can grow.
And we call that using it to the max, right, Troy? We got to use it to the max. You should be looking at your different program software systems and using it. Are you using it to the max? And if you're not, get it implemented. And if you don't have time, have one of your employees learn it. We do that all the time with our employees, right? We're like, hey, go learn this because we don't have time to do it. But we need to make sure that we're using it to the max.
Exactly. So, yep, absolutely right. That's what you got to do. You do it. You have an employee do it. I don't care. Hire a contractor to get it in place if that's what you got to do.
Yep.
A lot of times, if you contact the company that's providing the software, they will help walk you through it and get it all implemented. So that makes all the difference in the world. And then the final thing I wanted to talk about is automating the processes in your business. And this is really important. So every time you spend time doing a recurring task over and over again that can be automated, you are losing time out of your day, which is equal to money that you could be generating. So you need to think about it that way. Every time you're doing a task that you could pay somebody $10 an hour to do, or better yet, you could automate in your business, you're losing time, which means you're losing money. So don't keep doing these repetitive tasks just because they're easy, or maybe they don't take too much time, because guess what? That time adds up. And I'll give you a perfect example of that. We met a wonderful business owner at this conference, and we were talking about what SoTellUs does and all the automation that it had in place. And she said to us, she goes, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And she had her director standing right there. She's like, I pay my director right here an extra 4 hours a week overtime.
Wow.
To manually do all of the stuff that you're talking about that SoTellUs does. So 4 hours a week of overtime, that's time and a half to manually do what she could easily automate. So very quickly, we did the math with her and we said, okay, so basically right now, you're paying 6 times what you would pay to have the system automated. You're paying her 6 times that amount to manually do it. And I actually turned to the director and I said, do you like doing that work, or would you prefer not to do it? And she's like, oh my gosh, no. She's like, I don't want to do it. She's like, but I have to do it. And she's like, so if you could automate it, that would be awesome. Right. But again, so this is something that she's just spending money on every single month that a system would automate and take over for her. So what do you have in your business? What tasks are there that can be easily automated, and then put in the effort and the energy to get them automated? I know you'll have to take a little bit of time to do it right now. That's going to take a little more time right now, but it's going to save you a ton of time in the long run.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, Trevor, you got anything else?
Oh, I mean, guys, like we said, definitely take a look at this. Kind of a 2-part. We could have even done a podcast just on this, but taking a look at the programs, the systems, everything you have in place now, and are you utilizing it to the max? Because if you're not, you're wasting money. I can't tell you all the time, like Troy said, people, they're like, oh, do I have, like, we just launched SoTellUs Chat, and it has been amazing. People have been flooding on. We gave it to all of our premium customers for free, absolutely free. And it was funny to see people messaging in going, am I a premium customer? What all do I get for that? And we're like, we email you, we Facebook community you. We have a Facebook community. You have to be a SoTellUs member to even join the Facebook. It was funny. Somebody messaged the other day, and one of the questions was, what company is currently utilizing SoTellUs? And the guy's like, well, do I have to have SoTellUs to join the community? And I just messaged back and said, absolutely. We have a SoTellUs open Facebook page that if you'd like to join that, you can absolutely join that before signing up for SoTellUs. But the community is only for members. It's only for the community. And so it's funny, though, because we will put it on Facebook. We will send out emails. We'll do Instagram. We'll do automated recorded calls. We'll have the success coaches, calling and setting these things up. And still we get people that are like, wait, what else do I have included in that? So if you're one of those people, take a look at everything you've got and figure out if you're using it to the max. And if you're not, get that implemented. Okay, homework for today. Identify one thing that you have been delaying doing that you know will improve your business in efficiency or revenue, whatever that is. But if you know that you have been holding off on like implementing a chat feature on your website, or getting a review system to get more reviews, or some sort of streamlining your billing system because you need to set the program up, whatever that is, streamlining quotes, whatever that is, you guys need to get it implemented. So take the time this week to pick one thing and get it implemented, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on and spending more time with us at SoTellUs Time. Again, big thanks to On Top Local sponsoring this episode. If you guys need any website or marketing help, check them out. PPC, SEO, they're the bomb. Article services, they'll take care of you. And we will check you guys on the next episode of SoTellUs Time.